GOP leaders in the Kansas legislature say no to Governor Kelly's order limiting religious gatherings to no more than 10 people. Good evening, everybody. I'm Chris Ketz. Let's get right to KMBC 9's Michael Mahoney in Topeka with the latest. Michael.
Chris, just first a disclaimer. Some of the video that you're about to see in this story is from an Easter service from several years ago, and this church is not having any on-site Easter services this year. So this is file video, if you will. Now on to the story here. The leaders of the Kansas Senate and the Kansas House have the authority to review any of the governor's orders with respect to emergency orders. And that's what they did today, revoking this order, limiting the size of congregations at religious services to just 10 people. It limits the size of congregations to 10 people, not counting ministers, the choir, or others assisting in a service. Citing feedback from voters and an attorney general's opinion, they have blocked that order. Governor Laura Kelly says they are creating chaos and confusion.
With a shockingly irresponsible decision that will put every Kansas life at risk.
The Legislative Coordinating Committee met for about 90 minutes to talk about this afternoon. Health Director Lee Norman told them that 10-person limit on services is his idea.
It was my recommendation that there's no gathering that is protected from infectivity.
But Republicans say they heard complaints from citizens the limit was about freedom of worship, not public health.
However, that's not how Kansans are taking it. They felt like it was a bridge too far. It was a step too great to take.
Some churches have already scaled back with online services or other ideas. The Catholic Diocese of Kansas suspended celebrations of Mass, and this limit on the size of congregations was not sitting well with Republicans, who won this on a party line vote today, saying it reflects the will of the people.
They just do not want the government to tell them that they can't participate in a religious function. It was a matter of who was telling them that they couldn't practice their faith.
Now, legislative leaders of the House and the Senate on both sides meet in a legislative coordinating committee. They do have the authority to review any emergency orders authored by the governor in a state of emergency like this. It's a relatively new law, but they certainly have that authority. Today, they revoked the executive order from Governor Laura Kelly dealing with limiting the size of congregations at religious services to 10 people. And this is happening just hours before Passover and days before Easter. Michael Mahoney, KMBC 9 News, Topeka.
All right, Michael. A sixth person has died from COVID-19 from a rehab facility in Kansas City, Kansas. 50 people have now tested positive at the Riverbend Post-Acute Rehab Center off North 70A south of Parallel Parkway. State health officials are monitoring the outbreak. 38 people have now died statewide in Kansas. 58 deaths now in Missouri. And more companies are making cuts because of a slowing economy. 209 employees at the Isle of Capri Casino right off Front Street north of downtown are being furloughed as of Saturday. Casino management blaming the pandemic for the move. Thousands are still filing for jobless benefits. 54,000 first-time claims were filed in Kansas 2 weeks ago, 96,000 in Missouri, and many are still having trouble filing for that help. An Overland Park woman spoke to KMBC 9's Emily Holwick about her frustration.
It's been 3 weeks without a paycheck for Katie Williams.
I am just stuck in limbo right now.
After being laid off from her serving job at an Overland Park restaurant, she immediately filed for unemployment in Kansas.
You're supposed to receive a verification email, and from there you would click on a link and go in and enter your employment information.
But she still hasn't gotten that email.
I have probably called the phone numbers probably close to 1,000 times, and that is no exaggeration. Every time you call, it's just a busy signal.
She's tried every avenue, including posting to the Kansas Department of Labor's Facebook page. Hundreds of similar comments show she's not alone.
I'm stuck. The little bit of savings that I did have is completely gone now.
She's not just worried for herself, but for her daughter, who's almost 2.
She is lactose intolerant, so she drinks almond milk. Just those things that I could easily run to the store and grab. We're running out of funds for that.
For now, like so many others, all she can do is wait.
This is unprecedented times, and we are all in this together, but I just wish we could have been more prepared.
Emily Holwick, KMBC 9 News.
Economists expect a report tomorrow showing 5 million Americans applied for unemployment benefits last week as layoffs sweep the country. Small businesses are struggling to get federal help to stay afloat. Congress approved a $350 billion loan program, but business owners worry they're running out of time to apply. Half of all small businesses could close in 2 months, according to the National Federation of Independent Businesses. And in Missouri, work continues on setting up a sort of field hospital to help as hospitals fill with COVID-19 cases. That field hospital will be in Florissant outside St. Louis. The Missouri National Guard has been scouting other sites in Missouri, including Hy-Vee Arena in the West Bottoms and the Silverstein Ice Centers Arena in Independence. Missouri continues looking for personal protective equipment for healthcare workers and first responders.
And the state is exploring every possible supply channel to access increased supplies for those critical needs. We're also working with Missouri manufacturers to produce those critical supplies here in Missouri. Director Dixon and the Department of Economic Development have done outreach to over 300 Missouri manufacturers to see how many of these products we can actually produce here in our state.
Federal employees have concerns about their work environment in Leavenworth. The VA's Consolidated Patient Account Center is on the VA hospital campus in Leavenworth. Employees say their bosses are requiring them to come into the office due to technology issues with the VA system. Their union president says it is making members scared for their health.
It made me angry at first, but then it made me scared because I have 1,200 bargaining unit members in my local. They're going to be told to go in. We have staff that are over 65 years old, don't have the ability to telework at home.
The VA sent a statement saying managers are currently maximizing the use of telework to offer greater flexibility to employees and their families. Lawrence Public Schools will discontinue in-person services, including its meal distribution program. The district's meal service will stop after Friday. Staff being told to stay home for the rest of the month and follow public health guidelines. The district will reevaluate the situation in May. We have a list of school districts still offering meals to students during the outbreak at KMBC.com.